Hi, this is Dr. Campbell-Flint from J&J Psychological Services, and this is our podcast. Today, the topic is stress. Stress is a naturally occurring process in our bodies. We feel stressed when things don't go right, and we feel stressed during happy times when we're expecting something or we're excited about something. So stress occurs anytime there's any kind of change in your life. So that could be going to a new job, leaving a job, having a child go away to school. It can be financial problems, it can be health problems. All of these can cause stress in our body. The way we react to stress will determine whether or not we are going to be successful or whether or not we're going to have physical problems or possibly mental health problems. So let's talk about stress. As I said, it naturally occurs in our bodies. Stress response is often referred to as the flight or fight response. And what that means is either your body is going to gear itself up to fight its way out or gear its way up to run out of something. So what actually occurs? When we are frightened or stressed, what will happen is within our bodies, we will start to feel our heart race faster. So it's pumping more blood. That's needed to either fight your way out of something or run. The blood often goes to the more important muscles, the larger muscles like the arms and the legs. You may notice that when you are overstressed or something frightens you, that you almost have an empty feeling in your stomach. What happens there is the blood actually stops circulating in the stomach. It shuts down because during that time period, you really don't need to be digesting food. If you think about it, that could be the reason why for some individuals, when they are overstressed, why they experience stomach issues, nausea, vomiting, or even burning in the stomach that results in ulcers. Because the stomach itself is not processing or working effectively, it's kind of laying dormant, and unfortunately certain things like acids in the stomach will start to eat away at the lining. So that's how stress can cause some physical issues, particularly with our stomachs. Also, when we are in a flight or fight response, our eyes become dilated and we narrow our focus into that particular event. We kind of shut off things around us and have this narrow perception. Oftentimes individuals talk about trembling of their bodies, feeling hot, feeling cold, and if it becomes that the stress goes to the point of a panic attack, some individuals describe it as almost feeling as if they're about to have a heart attack, go crazy, or die. So that feeling is so intense at that moment that it causes individuals to get even more stressed when that happens. So again, this is a time that the body is mobilized to either run its way out of something or fight its way out. So when we are in a situation where our bodies are in danger, we are in danger in some way or something terrible might happen, this type of response is natural and needed. If you think about it, I think all of us drive. And, when you're driving and somebody jams on their brakes or cuts in front of you, you automatically, hopefully, step on the brake, but you also feel your body gear up. Muscles tense up, heart starts to race, breathing. You may not remember certain things. You just focus on taking care of that incident. So that's actually when the fight or flight response happens. That's natural. And what should happen after that is the body will calm down once it realizes it's no longer stressed. But in situations where people experience panic attacks or anxiety attacks or overstress, what happens there is this stress response happens over and over again without any real relief. So if you can imagine your body being on guard like that for days, for weeks, it's very harmful to the body. And it also causes you to have a lot of difficulties being overstressed like that. You just don't get any kind of relief. Oftentimes, that's when people will come to see me, when the stress just does not relieve itself. So when that happens, during the evaluation, we'll talk about things that you're stressed about. We will talk about how long the stress has been going on. We'll talk about ways that you may have found to de-stress, or we'll talk about needing to de-stress. Stress can affect appetite. For some individuals, they tend to eat less. For some individuals, they may eat more when they're stressed. Stress eating. It's also not uncommon to have difficulty sleeping when you're stressed, particularly when you're basically playing the same thoughts over and over again about maybe things that you're not able to complete. You're worrying about the outcome. You're worrying about events that might happen. And as a result, it interferes with your sleep. So being stressed like that can be very, very problematic. So for today's talk, I really want to focus on how to de-stress your body. What can you do to relieve that tension? One thing that you need to pay attention to is the fact that our bodies physically carry the stress. If you're overstressed, just think about, where your shoulders are, how tense you feel in your body. Do you suffer from headaches? Oftentimes, when you're stressed like that, going through anxiety issues, we tend to hold our muscles really tight. And again, if you're doing that day after day, week after week, muscles get tired, they get fatigued, you start to have shoulder problems, headaches, neck problems, all those types of things. So one of the things that you can do to de-stress is to exercise, because through exercise, we are tensing and relaxing the muscles. Something like meditation or yoga is very helpful because it teaches you how to pay attention to your body and the stress that your body may carry and how to relieve that stress by relaxing. Just take a kind of a mental check of yourself or a physical check. Are your shoulders, so tense to the point that they're almost like earrings? You want to bring those shoulders down and relax, and that will help. Another technique to help relax your body is called progressive relaxation. Through progressive relaxation, you learn how to tense and relax the muscles to the point that you totally relax the body, which will allow some of that stress to go. Another technique to help with de-stressing is what we call deep breathing. Now, some might laugh a little. It's like, I know how to breathe, Dr. Flint. What are you talking about? Well, deep breathing is really focusing on your breath in the sense of breathing in through your nose, blowing the air out through your mouth, and just doing it slowly and being more methodical and really paying attention to how the breath going in feels. And as you're blowing the air out, you want to think of just letting that stress go out of your body, that the air releasing from your mouth is the stress coming out of your body. Doing that consistently, doing that or practicing that 2 or 3 times a day is very helpful, and you will see that it does help with relaxation. However, got to be careful that you don't breathe too fast and hyperventilate and pass out. That wouldn't be good. So we want to make sure that we do the progressive relaxation and the deep breathing at a time where we're not going to be stressed, at a time where we can relax and do that correctly. So those are some ways of de-stressing. In addition, you can use things like meditation. Meditation can be used to help relax your body. And there are many apps on your phone that can take you through meditation sessions, or they can also do some guided imagery so you can learn how to relax and also think about peaceful things through the relaxation session. Also, music is a way to relax. Finding soothing music that is either pleasing to you or gives you fond memories from the past can be very helpful. That's another way to relax. Another way can be getting a massage. It can be very relaxing. Again, if you think about the tension in the muscles, letting those go will help the body relax even more. And lastly, just having hobbies that you engage in that are de-stressing, such as gardening or painting or even cooking can be a relaxation type of activity. So you want to make sure that you have some of these things to do throughout your week that will help you de-stress. So again, by de-stress, you can de-stress by activities, you can de-stress by exercising, you can de-stress by meditation, as we talked about. So there are a host of things that we can do to de-stress our bodies. I'm hoping that this was helpful, and we'll probably talk about stress some more, because oftentimes stress can lead to other issues, physical and psychological. So we'll readdress, as I said, we'll look at stress again, but I'm hoping this was helpful for you. Thank you very much, and we'll see you another time. Take care.